r/AskMen. Men with trust issues. Have you stopped dating a girl you really liked that you felt was too attractive for you because of the attention she gets, and then gone back to dating less attractive people because you found them easier to trust? Why? Guys, listen. The only real solution is to date a woman so damn attractive that other men are too scared to even talk to her. Obviously. Problem solved. Are you telling me the only thing stopping me from slapping up a supermodel-like woman is the fact that I'm broke? I need to know. Well, when you're a star they let you do it. My mom had a really handsome and kind-hearted boyfriend when she was young. The guy wanted to marry her but she refused. One of the main reasons was because he was too attractive and perfect, and she was so afraid that he would cheat one day, and my mom was not even ugly at all. She was just insecure, I guess. But until now she constantly telling me that she regretted that decision. She regretted that she left the guy and married my dad, who is a jerk. So, moral of the story is, if you really love someone, just be with them. I don't know your situation, but if I felt like my wife was comparing me to an ex-boyfriend from decades ago, I'd probably be something of a jerk too. OFC, my story is more than that, lol. But my mom has never compared my dad her ex in front of my dad, lol. My dad would beat my mom's ass for sure. Has abusive TBH. She just said all those things to me, basically to remind me not to repeat her mistake, which was marrying a guy she didn't really love that much. She's still married to the guy? Yeah. Ever since I was little I've always hoped they'd get a divorce because they not gonna change, and I want my mom to be happy. I've once told my mom to get a divorce, but she said it's all too late. So I basically lost hope. You would probably think I'm an evil kid for wanting my parents to get separated, but IDK. Everything's just shitty. It hurts when I see them fighting, and my mom complains about my dad every single day. And I also hate how my dad treats my mom. Awful. A lot of people here kinda being judgy and not answering the question. So I'll answer with a very similar experience, even though it's not exactly what you're looking for. Dated this girl early in college. She was an absolute knockout. Much more attractive than anyone I thought I was capable of getting. I was always a nice, thoughtful, put together guy, but I wasn't nearly the caliber of guy that I thought she would be dating. A few bad things came out of this dynamic. My confidence never really let me relax around her. I always had this need to prove myself to her, even after 1.5 years, and it was awful. I felt that if I wasn't actively winning her affection, she was gonna get bored and leave me, which is an extremely stressful way to view a relationship. Because of this, I'll let her get away with a ton that nobody should let their so get away with. Nothing too extreme like cheating or anything. I just was expected to put forth way more effort than is physically possible, and would back down from any little fight and always say I was wrong, and I needed to try harder. My friends liked her way too much. I had 2 close friends admit to me they were really into her. I had a few other friends bring up things like I think she's kinda into me, when in reality, most guys just aren't used to having attractive girls be nice and give them attention, so they interpret it as something else. Because of the above, was never absolutely convinced she wouldn't just up and leave me one day, which made me not take the relationship seriously myself. I always knew there was an expiration date, which is again a toxic way to see a relationship. Eventually, I ended things and we both moved on. My next and current girlfriend came about supernaturally. I never even thought about dating her until a few months into hanging out we just kinda admitted that we were dating one day, haha. She's very pretty, but nobody would ever consider her more attractive than my ex, except me of course. The main difference that I noticed was how I allowed myself to act in the relationship. I never treated her as this godlike figure that needed attention all the time, and because of that she never takes advantage of me. Whenever she goes out, I don't think some random guy's going to sweep her off her feet and she'll cheat on me, but I have enough confidence in myself and our relationship that I know she won't leave me for some random dude at a bar. The only thing that I admit is super different and out of my control is that my guy friends haven't ever expressed interest in her, but we have been dating when people from her life express interest in her. The few times this has happened, she always chose me instead of the newcomer, and that really adds confidence to me and our relationship. It really made me finally realize that no girl is ever going to stop getting courted from other guys. You just have to find one that you're confident enough with and have enough of a non-physical relationship with that it doesn't matter if you view your relationship as more than two Neanderthals having sex together. You'll understand that girls don't hop on any penis presented to them. Nope. This is also a classic trap, assuming less attractive people are less likely to cheat. In my experience, someone's proclivity towards cheating has nothing to do with their attractiveness. I've known dimes and deuces that will cheat as well as ones that would never ever step out. It's my personal opinion that more attractive people are more secure and are less likely to go for that quick affirmation of a desperate shag behind the wheelie beans with some sordid stranger, but that's probably my own personal bias. Then again, if you think someone is too attractive for you, your mind is going to have you playing yourself one way or another. I had a girlfriend in high school whom I dated for about 4 years. She was very attractive and one of the girls that guys would wanna date or just be around cause she just spread happiness. It was the first time that either of us was in a relationship for the long run. We were the best of friends and were basically inseparable. Most high school relationships are just an infatuation, but this was different. One thing that would really bothered me was that one of my friends had told me early on in the relationship that the girl was too good for me and would leave me the first chance she got to date someone higher in the social hierarchy. This got stuck in my head and is pretty much the reason my insecurities started. Any male attention that she got would just make me feel like I was going to be dumped that very second. The fact that we were in a long distance for the second half of our relationship didn't help at all. Eventually, one day I just told her that it was not going to work out and that she should find someone who could be there for her emotionally. I didn't want to break things off, but I couldn't stand the thought of her breaking up with me, so I did the exact thing I'd dreaded to her. I've regretted that since the moment I got home that day. Every girl I've dated since just hasn't been able to connect with me emotionally and has broken up with me for this exact reason. Last I heard, she also hadn't moved on and was desperately trying to. This was just one huge mistake. Less attractive girls are more likely to cheat because they don't get enough male attention. Happened to me in almost every relationship I've had. Now I date this gorgeous woman, and although she gets a lot of male attention, I've never even doubted she didn't cheat or is cheating. The thing is, attractive women get hit on all the time, and all they want is someone to look past the external beauty. If you can do that, you shouldn't worry about her cheating. Plenty of ugly and average looking girls cheat, lol. You'd have to be an absolutely hideous woman to not have the opportunity to cheat. Date someone who loves you and who doesn't have a history of cheating / fucking loads of guys. That's all you can really do to lower the risk of her cheating. Beyond that, you have to trust each other. I have dated a couple 10/10ths girls. I don't have any trust issues, so the attention they received never bothered me. What bothered me is how unstable they were. None had a good career. None had a healthy inner life. All were just sloppy, mediocre people who happened to be very attractive. My current so isn't the hottest woman I've ever been with, but she is the best person, best career, best inner life, best relationships, best integrity. I think some really pretty people can have other parts of their development be stunted because they can get by on good looks. Edit. Just to be clear, I'm not saying all very good looking people are unstable or unsuccessful. That is just what bothered me about the very good looking women that I dated. Less attractive woman here with super low self-esteem. Sure, it's flattering to have someone compliment you, but I'm not about to drop my panties for any guy who gives me attention. In the rare circumstances where more than one guy was interested in me, I did not place myself in a situation where cheating is even a remote possibility. I was invited to hang out both in a group and one-on-one, so in the groups I made sure to spend time with everyone, and I said no to the one-on-one hangouts because it had the potential to give him the wrong idea. In my experience, it has more to do with the individual person, not how attractive they are.